Captain America Winter Soldier was a great movie, wasn't it? Not the typical superhero flick. It had depth, it had amazing action and superb direction. So Netflix has brought most of that team together and given us Captain America Winter Soldier on steroids 3 times over. Hello, namaskar, welcome, swagatam. The Grey Man. This Netflix movie is based on Mark Greaney's best-selling novel of the same name. And watching it will remind you a lot of the movie Captain America Winter Soldier. Because both these movies are directed by the incredibly talented directorial duo Joe and Anthony Russo.
Hi, I'm Joe Russo.
I'm Anthony Russo. We are the Russo brothers.
The script is written by Marcus and McFeely with Joe Russo. The stunt coordinator James Young, the score by Henry Jackman, not to mention the star Chris Evans. All that in common with Captain America the Winter Soldier, and that is not to say this movie is just a carbon copy of that movie. Far from it, it is anything but. So in this episode of Tinsel Talk, let us talk about the Netflix big budget film The Grey Man. Without spoilers. The Grey Man is a story about a prison inmate who is recruited by a covert wing of the Central Intelligence Agency to be a shadow operative and do things not possible in the normal way, sort of jumping the line between black and the white, hence the name Grey Man.
Reckless mystery man you guys send in when you can't officially send anyone else?
The Grey Man.
Ryan Gosling plays Sierra 6, the sixth in the line of Grey Men and arguably the best of them. The story starts when 6 has a tussle with 4 and discovers a dirty secret about the agency. He is forced to go on the run because the higher-ups in the CIA want him dead and the secrets he stumbled upon deleted. In comes Lloyd Hansen, played by a mustached Chris Evans. He is the best of the worst killers for hire, and he is given the contract to capture and kill 6, no holds barred, no expense spared. And throughout the movie, the sheer number of goons and the insane amount of firepower thrown at Sierra 6 is simply unfathomably high. Lloyd has no moral boundaries, so he finds out 6's weakness, a child who suffers from a serious heart disease and has a pacemaker. So she basically acts as a human GPS, but that is not all in her character. Lloyd sends his armies to capture and kill 6, and 6 defeats him at all levels. Ultimately, this conflict culminating into a daring mano a mano between the two. The good guy wins, the secrets are dealt with, and the child is saved. Plot-wise, this is mostly it. What is the strong point of the movie then? The action and the acting. Netflix action movies don't have a good track record. Like Michael Bay's 6 Underground, Sam Hargrave's Extraction, Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman's Project Power. I mean, they do get the necessary star power, they break new grounds in what action flicks can feel like. But somehow, as movies, as the total package, they fall short of the expectation. But this one is an exception. Right from the start, the action is unlike any other movie that you may have seen earlier. The set pieces are unique and astoundingly brilliant. And complementing the stunt work with some stunning camera work is the cinematography by Stephen F. Winden. The camera, it seems, is always moving in this film. Be it long takes, high altitude shots or incredible camera moves which bring a totally new dimension to the action and storytelling in this movie. You really have to watch it to appreciate it. And this is one of those few movies which really feel like they deserve a large screen viewing, like the theater experience. The camera work and action set pieces, like the one with the live fireworks, with the aeroplane, and especially the one with the tram train. Those are amazing. At times, in the middle of intense action, it does feel like the camera movements are a bit jarring, kind of reminding you of the shaky cam of Bourne Identity. But that can be forgiven for the overall unparalleled cinematography. Then there are the firefights, bullets and explosions. I mean, rocket launchers are kind of a normal thing nowadays as far as the over-the-top action flicks are concerned. But here there are machine guns of all manners, mounted and hand carried, tranquilizers, grenades, and even a pepper spray. I mean, this is kind of the most action any single movie has ever packed. And to kick it all to another few notches, the movie does not shy away from one-on-one, absolutely breathtaking displays of martial arts. Somehow it works. It does not feel like just noise of faceless goons firing innumerable bullets and missing terribly. The action has a clear progression, a beginning, a climax, and a resolution, and that is not bogged down by unnecessary cheesiness. And yes, the protagonist is still grounded as human. I mean, the Hollywood movie hero type of human, but surely not an invincible, bulletproof superhero. He survives with skill, with coincidence, and with help. In case of Sierra 6, this help mostly comes in the form of another CIA agent, Danny Miranda, played by Ana de Armas. The last time I saw Ana was in the Bond movie No Time to Die, where she was pulling off Bond-level stunts in a stunningly classy yet revealing dress. This time around, thankfully, Anna's character is appropriately dressed for the occasion, for the stunts she is playing, and she's not playing a damsel in distress. No, not at all. On the contrary, she holds her ground in the action and assists Six, and more than that, more than once she saves his life. Even with all these top-notch components of the movie, the one I was most surprised by was the child actor Julia Butters, playing the actual damsel in distress in this movie. It was a welcome change to have the child actor in this action flick not portraying an angsty teenager and finding trouble while breaking the rules. This character, Claire Fitzroy, is a good child, having been dealt a shitty hand by life. She is sick and needs a regular medical attention, and with that type of life comes a bitter precociousness that makes her believably act more of an adult than her age. And the chemistry between Six and Claire is endearing. Six doesn't laugh often, not even when Claire is around, but there is a visible connection that the two end up sharing, which means that Six, understandably, will stop at nothing to save her. Ryan Gosling's Six has an aura and charisma that this character demands. He plays this part to perfection with apparent ease, although it is obvious how much work he has put into the character physically. There is no over-the-top display of abs in this movie, but when a scene made it natural for the actor to take his shirt off, Ryan's impeccable shape shows, as do the scars that add to the depth of the mystery of Sierra 6. Any discussion of this movie will not be complete without mentioning Dhanush, or Venkatesh Prabhu Kasturi Raja. Dhanush plays a small but interesting and significant part of a mercenary employed by Lloyd Hansen, known as Lone Wolf. He brings some insane stunts and masterful action in the movie when it was just becoming overloaded with guns and explosions. Thankfully, unlike Hollywood, these fights are not in slow motion nor involve a dozen goons flying around by Dhanush's single kick. But the brutal beating both Six and Danny get at the hands and feet of Lone Wolf are amazing. Surprisingly, Lone Wolf does not share the fate of the regular mercenary and is still standing by the end of the conflict, because it was clear that neither Six nor Danny, nor two of them together, were a match for the Lone Wolf. So overall, The Grey Man is a Netflix movie worthy of multiple viewings on giant screens, and an absolute testament to the unmatched movie-making capability of the Russo brothers. I have not read the source material, but I am intrigued and may actually end up reading the Mark Greaney's novel series. The music plays a good part in the narrative. Henry Jackman's score is not entirely unique and has flavors from other movies or other movies' themes, but it is well suited for the story that is on the screen. At a little over 2 hours of runtime, the movie is worth every minute. Well, all except those few minutes where Six is handcuffed and yet none of the dozens of goons surrounding him manage to shoot him. A fact that the movie itself addresses.
Would someone mind shooting the man handcuffed to the bench?
Of course, this is primarily an action flick, so you shouldn't expect a level of nuanced suspense thriller that you would expect from a Christopher Nolan or an Antoine Fuqua movie. But it stands up for what it is, and that is an absolutely well crafted, well choreographed and well executed action thriller with signature brutal and close to the chest action of Russo brothers, and of course a cameo by Joe Russo. I will surely watch this movie again, and I gave the Netflix movie The Grey Man 7.5 thumbs ups out of 10. What do you think? Have you watched this movie? If you are a fan of Ryan Gosling or a fan of Chris Evans or a fan of Russo brothers or a fan of Dhanush, do let me know how much you liked or disliked this movie. It will be a great help if you leave a thumbs up to show that you liked this video, this review, and subscribe to my channel to show you'd like to watch more content like this and other content with various topics. This is all from my side for today. Until the next video, stay tuned to the channel and get in touch with me on social media. You have been with the Versatile Doctor. This is Dr. Abhinav Atul signing off. It is my pride and privilege to be able to connect with you through this video. Namaskar. While you are still on YouTube, how about you check out this video which YouTube thinks you would like. And right here in this playlist link, you will find all my Tinsel Talk videos.